girls, we were studying about the ecosystem and we learned about the components of ecosystem which are biotic components, that is the living components, and abiotic components, that is the non-living components. Now let us discuss about the function of an ecosystem. So the functional aspects of an ecosystem are, as you can see here, productivity, decomposition, energy flow, and nutrient cycle. Okay, so let us first discuss about productivity. What is productivity? Productivity means production. Production of food. So who produce food? Obviously plants, as we know. So next, plant, here we can see a seedling, a sapling. In the presence of sunlight, water and nutrients, by photosynthesis, produce food. Okay, the food which is produced is utilized by the plant itself during respiration to grow in size, as you can see here. The rest of the food remain stored in the leaves for the consumer, right? Okay, next, so primary productivity is the production of food by the plant, or we can say increase in the biomass of the plant at a given unit area at a given time. So productivity is the energy accumulated by plants during photosynthesis. Energy is accumulated as biomass or organic compounds in plants. Productivity in the ecosystem is of two types: primary productivity and secondary productivity. So primary productivity includes the utilized food, that is during respiration, the energy which is utilized, and the food which is stored. The total amount of food, it is known as gross primary productivity. So gross primary productivity it refers to the total organic matter produced, including that is used by the photosynthetic organism for respiration. It is also called as GPP, the short form. Okay. Next, net primary productivity. Here I have already showed you that the food which is produced by the plant is utilized by the plant itself. Okay, so this is utilized, and the remaining food which is stored for the consumer or the next trophic level, it is known as net primary productivity. The remaining food stored after respiration, it is known as net primary productivity. Okay, next, what is secondary productivity? Secondary productivity. Okay, so secondary productivity is the food produced by the consumers by the consumers. Okay, the food which is produced by the consumers, it means that the food which they have taken, it is converted. The food which is taken by the consumers are converted into energy. Half it is utilized by the organism to grow, and half stored in the body for the next consumer. I hope you have understood this explanation. Again, we go through the explanation. First is productivity. Productivity is nothing but production of food by the plant. Okay, so food is produced by the plant, which is being eaten by the herbivores. So primary productivity can further be divided into primary productivity, gross primary productivity, and net primary productivity. Gross primary productivity is the amount of food or organic matter which is produced, which includes both utilized and unutilized energy. Okay, whereas net primary productivity means after respiration, that is the plant after utilizing the food for its growth, the remaining food, the stored food, it is known as what? Net primary productivity. Secondary productivity means the food which is consumed by the consumer is converted into organic matter inside the animal, and then it is utilized by the consumer for its further growth, whereas the remaining stored food which is not utilized, it is known as what? Secondary productivity. The production by the consumer, the production which takes place inside the consumer, in the body of the consumer, that is known as secondary productivity. I hope you have understood this explanation. In the next video, I will explain decomposition. Thank you.